Why hello there, my fellow Ceres mining field prospectors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Fire in the Hold. Episode 31. Hunter seeking a female companion. So before I start, I want to go over the fact that on August 3rd, Ostranauts is going to hit its 1.0 unless things change. And what they plan on doing to add to the game is end-game content, a bounty system where you can be like a bounty hunter, more in tutorial improvements, workshop support, which has already been added, but I guess further support, and new station designs, and a lot more, as they said. So very interesting that they are, and this comes sooner than I would have thought. And also I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of like patching and hotfixes and whatnot upon release. But yeah, we have a release date, which is crazy to me. Okay, so besides that, let's get back to what we were doing. So we had just fired a test shot here, and as I mentioned just a moment ago, we don't have the reputation yet to actually buy ammunition, which is going to be a bit of a problem because without a regular source of ammunition, I can't really get in any fights. On top of that, I would really like a dummy launcher, you know, a decoy launcher, decoy flare launcher, because if any of the enemy ships lock onto me with like missiles, I'm done for. I won't be able to defend myself. So the plan right now is to build up some more Galfed rep. And what I think I'm going to do is, knowing that I have a little bit of munitions, but honestly probably not enough to win a fight, I want to head to sort of the center of the asteroid belt here and do some more land claims. It might not be the sexiest way to get my rep, but I don't think I'm going to be able to win any ship-to-ship fights with the very limited munitions I have now, unless they choose to board me and I just like open fire with my gun, which is entirely possible. Entirely possible that's how it goes. So in order to do more Galfed rep, what we're going to need is more microsatellites. So I'm going to redock with Beeser and buy said satellites, because we, you know, we're going to need them if we're to make our company overlords happy. Let's see, active and burn. I'm just going to use my torch drive to head back to Beeser. The other thing I was intending potentially to do is to intercept the enemy land claim beacons and destroy them. To show you the... And it's really not any different than boarding a... or tethering, I should say. It's not boarding. Tethering an asteroid. But, yeah, I would like to take theirs out as well. Now, the issue, of course, with that... is pretty straightforward, which is that if I am going to be tethering their stuff and attacking their stuff, I'm going to be deep into Ceres Extraction's territory, which then puts me at risk of death, to put it simply, right? Because if I'm deep here, they're going to have a lot of ships that are going to potentially be headhunting for me. So what I might do is I might just sort of like headhunt some of the ones close to the edge of the system where I could like potentially escape. But it's a risk I want to take, so we'll be doing that as well. Yeah, destroy theirs and replace it with ours, and we'll get like double rep for that. Because I did get some questions for YouTube comments of like, oh, do I have to mine to build up rep? No, you don't. In fact, mining doesn't even build up rep. That builds up money, script, and you can exchange script. You know, you can exchange currency for script, so it's not even required for you to actually do any of the mining if you don't want. So we're just going to get back to Beeser and grab ourselves some satellites. And thank you for the cheer, Turtle, and the really big cheer, TP Data. I'll drink to that. Cheers. So when I'm about 50 kilometers away, I'll start to decelerate so I don't go blam. There we go. There's the deceleration burn. And another one, although I might have done that a little hard. Landing on a moving target is definitely a little bit more complex than... Technically, K-leg is like moving, but it's much easier to dock with K-leg than something that has like an active gravity pull that's regularly shifting you off course. I'm too far away. What? Oh, no. Yeah, that would be true. Yeah. I really wish you could initiate it like 7.5 out. Oh, dock. Are we shopping for a crewmate? That's a very fair question. I could actually start to hit up the people that are at the base to see what they, you know, if I could meet anyone. Maybe what I'll do is I'll poll on that, whether I do that first or second. Come on. Just respond. Yeah. Alright. Give me the docking controls, please. I had it on, like, slow time mode, so if you're like, oh my god, he's gonna crash, I'm still, like, 3.5 kilometers away. Shush. I really wish there was a button on this screen to be like, shut up, proximity. Alright. Bonk. Whatever. So, yeah, let's go ahead and fire up that poll. What should I work on? Building rep? Well, it would help if I could type. Or find a crewmate. Either way, I think we're going to want the microsatellites. So I'm going to go shopping for that, regardless of however this poll turns out. Is there actual gas in here? Yes. I must say, this station probably doesn't have a lot of pumps, because every time I dock here, oh, okay, all the alarms are going off. Also wouldn't mind checking just the regular old, because I haven't bought any ablative cladding, but I don't think I'm at the point yet that I want to invest in that. Only because the ablative cladding is great, but like only when you're getting in active fights. Otherwise, it's just going to weigh down your ship. So unless you intend, oh god, it's like a sausage fest up here. Unless you intend to like do a lot of ship-to-ship combat, you know, the cladding isn't like immediately useful or anything like that. Now here's the thing, everyone here is like law enforcement, and that's not maybe the greatest, I'll put it this, it's kind of a non-starter. Or you're a shipbreaker. You're very old compared to me. Though. Yeah, they're all cops, It's just a station full of cops. Well, it might be challenging, but we'll see. Alright, so they only have 4 more in stock. I'll just buy all of them, that's fine. I don't have yet enough money or company script for the decoy launcher. I could exchange regular money into company script to do that, but I would also need the actual, like, physical components, you know, walls, floors, etc., in order to install that. So, they do have more coil guns that are loose, though. Did it recently refresh? No? These are just loose coil guns I could buy? Because that'd be fun to have even more coil guns, but without the ability to, like, buy the ammo, I don't think it would help me at all. So I'm not going to bother with that. I know they come stocked with some ammo internally, but, like, not nearly enough to, like, make it worth it. I don't know what happened to you. You are unconscious. I don't know. It's not my problem. So it looks like find a crewmate is the popular choice. And the problem with that is I don't know if there's anyone on this base for it. So what I could do is I could try to meet people out in the asteroid belt, or alternatively go to the other base. I'll pull on that in just a moment. I just wanted to check the other Port Mojave part. But yeah, everyone here is law enforcement, as far as I can tell. Leo. Yeah, all the anyone in a black suit is like law enforcement officer. And yeah, that limits the dating pool to basically Jan, the like elderly 45-year-old shipwrecker, or heading off. Oh no, there's Pon here. Pon and Jan. But, you know, my character's straight and he's a man, so. Also, he's a manager here at Port Mojave, so like he's not Leo, but he's also not going to be hired either. Alright. Well, with that said, should I travel to the other station to find a crewmate? Now, here is one issue with that before you vote, if you want to hold off on voting, which is that the other crewmate might have seriously negative rep with Galfed. I don't necessarily know. So the crewmates that you can hire will have their own reputation to factions and their own allegiances to said factions. And it's entirely possible that a crewmate on the other station absolutely is hated by Galfed, and Galfed is going to want to like kill them at every opportunity, and adding them to my crew is going to be really challenging because Galfed, you know, won't let that go. I came back over here to see if I was able to see Jan's, like, oh great, you also have tuberculosis. So you're super old and you're sick. But yeah, you can't at default see, like, what I can see that they're the Galilean Confederacy as far as factions go, but I can't really see what their individual reputation to Galfed is. But I just wanted to make it known that, like, there is a very real possibility if I head to the other port, the other station on the other side of the asteroid belt, that everyone there absolutely hates Galfed, and that ultimately becomes a really big problem. So if we're not going to go ahead and, like, head out to their station, we could try to talk to people out in the belt while we move these microsatellites in place. That's not unreasonable either. So I'm going to head back to the ship and push on off from port. And I will actively try to find a crew member, and then as a primary, and then as a secondary, like, do asteroid land claim building up rep. And I'll reflect that in the updated priorities in just a second. Also, that's not where the poll should be. RIP. Space TB is rough. I'd imagine. Here we go. Just trying to get it out. Escape velocity outside. So the other possibilities. Let's talk about the. Oh, come on! Stop panning my camera away from some random site. Is all of these other points here are other ships, and I might be able to like talk to someone out here and be like, "Hey, you want to join me?" Now, of course, if they're a law enforcement officer, they're not likely to join. Like, I'm not trying to bring a law enforcement officer into my employ. That's not really the goal. But try to find a female roommate for romance and help, and also build rep with Galfed. So let's maybe... I'm trying to think about order of operations here. So like this here is a police boat. I just know it from its sensor profile. But like this one might not be. Okay. I don't need to vomit due to high G-force. So maybe we just start talking up the other pilots. And the problem that I mentioned last stream is that, like, the other ships can move at, like, light speed compared to the player. They don't abide by, like, G-forces like we do, which is, you know, a bit of an issue. So this is the police boat. Another captain in need, flying to Beeser. Crew list. It's probably going to be a few... Oh, Layla Guerrero. Or Guerrero. Something. Let's see. I don't want to be under, like, torch drive thrust this whole time, because, whoops, I should have just cut it that way. I don't want to be relative velocity, like, leaving. So one thing we could do is to go into the space book and just see who's even here that we've ever met. That if we filter for, like, hide the dead, you know, and just try to figure out if any of them is nearby. Like, here's some Port Mojave people, law enforcement officer, law enforcement. We've mostly met law enforcement, it seems. You're a pirate at the green tentacled monster. And then some of them are on ships. It's not necessarily... So this person that I'm looking at, Layla, is a shipbreaker. The one that I was, like, traveling towards. And they're on a ship called No Bias Detected, which I think is one of the ships that, like, hustled me when I first made it out to the mining fields, if I recall. But, you know, it's a start, I suppose. So let's keep going. Let's try to intercept her ship and chat her up. At least get her, like, within comms distance to try to figure out, you know, if it could even be a match. Because you never know until you try. Oop, don't black out now. I don't know where... I mean, one thing that I'm a little worried about is it seems like her craft is flying into Ceres. Like, I'm not entirely convinced that isn't the case. I mean, it says I'm like 2 minutes away, but I can't get a true fix on where she is. I don't know. Maybe we'll resolve it. Her and comms soon. I'm going fast enough at 2 kilometers a second, so I'll stop with the thrust. So she's this way? It really does seem like she's flying at Ceres for some reason. It's not an easy task. It'd be way, way, way easier if there was someone like at Beeser who was roughly our age and female and not in the employ of law enforcement. But that's just, it's not our luck. Am I within comms? No. Oh, you're like hauling an asteroid. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't even... Wait, is this... Am I trying to... I'm trying to talk to an asteroid. God dang it. Well, that does not rock. Alright, back out to the belt. There's a ship, you know, out that way, I suppose. So let's head that way. Oh, that's not a good sound. We got micrometeorited. Yep. Oh, yep. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna cut the active thrust, as long as I'm not, like, drifting into somewhere dangerous, and go fix that. Active thrust off, helmet on. It didn't break the IR. Actually, let's grab the, where's my bag of fixing stuffs? Did I bin it? I think I binned it. No? Wait, where'd I put... it's in here somewhere. Or not. Where did I put it? My character will find it if I say, hey, go repair, I guess. So show me where it is. Oh, you're gonna repair from the... oh, nope. Oh, there it is. Pick up. A stray space bullet? Yeah, maybe. More than likely it's just a micrometeorite strike, but either way we want to repair the ship. I'm surprised it didn't hit the sensor, though. Very close. How to do damage to the back? I mean, there's no real reference for what front and back is in space, right? And the floor also took a hit, but didn't break. Alright, backpack you of spare parts are going here. And I'll do my very best to try to remember that it's there. So there's a ship here. It might be the closest one. Let's head there first. So I'm going to try to correct all of my cross velocity. Ooh, not at that G-force. And head that way. Making sure that my core temp doesn't, like, bottom out. If you do too much acceleration, what will end up happening, if you're not, like, increasing your flow, is you, like, you burn out your engine, your fusion reactor, and then you have to start it back up from scratch. Little annoying, but, you know, it happens. Oh, there was a ship back here. I thought there was. Give it a little bit more punch. And then I'll be able to demonstrate friendly shipboarding, because we've only had the opposite type, where I go and murder the person, which is certainly a choice, but, you know, they boarded me. So now I've killed just about all my cross velocity. I'm using my RCS thrusters to get the rest, because it's not a lot of extra velocity. And then we'll travel to them at like 2 kilometers a second. I think that works. There's more scrap it back. Probably. Ship's fine though. I don't care enough. Oh god, they started moving. Yeah, this is one of the issues that you'll end up having, as I mentioned before, is like the other pilots move at speeds that the player cannot match, which is way harder to deal with when you're trying to, like, intercept them for fighting. Because they'll zip away at, like, lightning speed. But even trying to do, like, a friendly boarding action, obviously I'm, like, 500 meters per second off course as a result of them just changing vectors. So if they don't end up zipping around more, I am heading to an intercept in 15 minutes, but like that's only if they don't move. Okay, so who is the captain of the R3XQP? This is the kinetic jaunt? Because that's another way to tell. As soon as we have like radio, as soon as we have them on the radio, well, I guess I could just talk to them too. But you can also see what ships they're on. So I'm looking for someone who's on the kinetic jaunt. Because I can do that while paused, whereas I don't think I've ever met them, so let's go hail them. Crew list. That's a lot of people. Probably they are a police boat, because that's way more crew that would be on a normal ship. They're patrolling the assigned sector. Yep, okay, as I said. Police boat. Alright, here's another one. The... what was its name? Miserable Pauper? Oh, well, they're probably a scrapper like me. Ship status. And crew list. Another police boat patrolling assigned sector. Alright, at this point, I need to start paying... I'm moving at like 2 kilometers a second. I need to start paying attention to where I'm actually physically heading to, or I'm gonna die. But yeah, so we found 2 police ships. But no one else so far. Now there's a ship here. There's a ship here. Let's slow down and kind of swing to that ship there. The other thing is I am heading towards, like, other goals, right? Like, I'm heading towards where we might end up finding, unclaimed asteroid sections that I can claim for rep. So I'm trying to do 2 birds, 1 stone, but it's easier said than done. Alright, we're not gonna hit that. So I resolved most of my cross velocity, and I'm just slowing down a little bit so I'm not flying it too fast. Man, Tinder's a lot more convenient than flying around a war zone asteroid belt trying to meet people. Especially given that, like, maybe they moved? Hold on, let me pause and do map control. No, I still have their signature down here. They're still down there. We're coming, whoever you are. Maybe there's a more efficient way of going about this, but I don't know of any more efficient way. So we're gonna do this the hard way. So they're the Detta. They're dead 4. Interesting. Hail ship. Ship status. You're holding position. So you're probably a shipbreaker. Crew list? Segs. Oh, okay. Who is Segs? Probably a man. I don't even know. I can't tell. I like your hair, though. Well, let's board just as like a something to do. Oops, too much. You're on the Vapor Leopard. That's a neat name. Whoop, too much, too much. Okay, so we're on a bit of a... well, let's be honest, it's a collision course, technically speaking. A collision course with the Vapor Leopard. And because we're both Galfed, like... no, I'm actually on a collision course with this asteroid, so let me avoid that first. Onward! There we go. Suppose at this range I should be slowing down. Okay, forget the overrides. I need to slow down with more gusto. Or I'm going to be making the dead ship quite that. He's like, yo, what are you doing? You're flying at me like a maniac. And yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. Moving a kilometer and a half a second, going to hit you in 2 minutes. Yeah, that would scare me too. And I'll stick them on friendly. You can change tag colors. It can help if you start building out like a record of the friend and foe ships that are out in the belt. Alright, I'm going to drift a little bit closer before slowing down more. Are we getting closer? Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see our range here in teal. 110 kilometers away and closing fast. Whoops. I just hurt myself. Alright. Oh, god dang it. I'm going the other way now. Punched it too much. Segs over here is going to be like, yo, did you even get your license? And I'll be like, what's that? Okay. There we go. It's effortful. Truly effortful. You know what's funny is we're in my own land claim too. I am this is my territory that I've claimed for Galfed. So I shouldn't have anyone trying to shake me down like, hey, you don't belong here or whatever, because like it is my claim. And they're in it. Technically speaking, not that I'm gonna like shake them down. But you can see the dating world is a little rough once you leave K-Leg. Unless you go to Venus. That would be the exception. Venus is one massive station. Heck, even the Ceres station's pretty massive comparatively. Yeah, I know. Shush. We're not gonna slam into Segs. He's claim jumping, I know, right? Hey, can I dock with you? Cool, thank you. Oh, I'm not cleared. Okay, well, how can I be? I'm real friendly. I might not smell so good. Well, actually, I smell pretty good right now. I'm not gonna force my way on. Let's see. Negative denied. Asking for a rumor. Oh, yep. He's talking about a goat shrine. That's totally normal. I don't know if our buddy here is going to allow us on without us forcing our way on, which is a really good way to upset a stranger. Because if I go through the docking procedure, we don't have permission, which technically we would need to obtain first. So if you're wondering about the force docking procedure, let's do one. Force dock. If there's a really bad negative consequence that we don't want to live with, I'm creating a save just in case. But let's say initially this is at least like a territorial shakedown, because they are in our mining territory and they are encroaching on our claims, and we are just enforcing our claims like any proper miner would do. Yeah, I know I'm not cleared. I don't care. Can we shoot them first? No. They're a different faction. I mean, they're the faction we want to be friends with. Oh, look at you coming straight at me. So you're a male shipbreaker. You know I don't have oxygen in my ship, but... And he almost like... Oh, are you drink? Okay, hi. Start conversation. He looks eager to leave. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Because, I did just force my way onto your dock. And you're brushing me off? You know what? That's fine, bye. Goodbye. You're the wrong gender, you're wasting my time, goodbye. Now, I don't think... Did that actually hurt my standing with, Galfed? Was I at 37? I don't think it hurt it. But I'm gonna load anyway. To be like, yeah, I didn't just force my way onto this dude's ship. But yeah, that, I mean, if you wanted to... If I wanted to really build up reputation quickly with, Galfed, one thing I could do is force dock on Ceres extract. Oh, it said... yeah, okay, so I lost a little. I could force dock, Ceres extract ships and, like, kill their crew. Or, send... You could also detain them in order for them to get arrested, too, by Galfed police. So that's another thing that we could potentially do, although it's easier said than done because of the way the NPC ships can zip away at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, which I suspect will get fixed by August. Because if there's a bounty system that's going to be added into 1.0, you can't really do bounties if what you're hunting can leave at like 100 G's. Acceleration, right? So I bet that gets fixed. Or something. Alright, so we're back. And I'm going to leave this guy alone. Where is the next closest ship? So sometimes you could just go into your comms and be like, I guess... I can just ask... Oh, interesting. 0N7E is like unresponsive. Oh, because that's a frickin' land claim beacon. Yeah, it shouldn't be talking to me. That would be kind of scary if it responded. Well, let's go deeper into the belt. There is a ship over here, so it's as good a target as any. The other thing I'm going to need to do soon is sleep. Because, character is getting tired. so don't worry, I'm aware that shut-eye is on the agenda. I think probably the safest way to get shut-eye is to tether to an asteroid, so that I'm tethered to something that won't likely crash into other things. Probably out here in the belt. Because unlike these other pilots that are out here, I can 100% die by crashing into asteroids, whereas they don't have collision. Just the way it is. I seem destined to be alone. You never know. I mean, there might, tomorrow or the next day, there might be new people at Beaster. Entirely plausible. It's super risky, but I was looking is there anything for me to hit in the next 45 minutes? Probably. I would likely slam into something. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, Fire in the Hold, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow astronauts.